before. But then, it is something that suffocates the nasal openings. When we talk about nasal, it's the nose, the eyes. So they will tell you not to touch your eyes, your nose, and then to cover your nose and your mouth and all that. But then we know that this is something that has been with Africa for ages. But in any case, when we try to come out with any invention, nobody tries to take it serious. Let's truncate it there. We were talking about the DR Congo, and then even this corona whole thing cropped up. All I'm trying to say is that Africa is at the receiving end. Okay? When corona came, what is corona? It's a disease that has been with the Africans for ages. It's not new. It only blocks the nasal cavity, the nasal openings, and then the esophagus. And then it goes to truncate the lungs, hold the lungs hostage, and at the end of the day, you lack oxygen, and then you breathe, and your breath is deficient, and you die. That is why they put in oxygen on your nose, right? So in any case, let's leave it from that angle. DR Congo. Why am I citing DR Congo and the coronavirus thing? DR Congo is the richest country on earth. Let anybody dispute that. In terms of natural resources, DR Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, which was named by Laurent Kabila after the overthrow of the dictator Mobutu Sese Seko, who named it Zaire, is the richest country on earth. King Leopold of Belgium. Now let's go back and look at the Berlin Conference of 1884-1885. Africa was put on the table like a cake and cut, divided and shared among European imperialist powers. That is what you should understand. It was not out of the volition of the African masses that their continent should be cut like a cake. At the conference in Berlin, and the Otto von Bismarck, the German chancellor. Then, when that so-called scramble and partition of Africa took place, King Leopold of Belgium took the DR Congo as his personal possession. So now, what is in the DR Congo? The DR Congo is the richest country on earth in terms of natural resources, because without the DR Congo, you cannot hold this mobile phone that you are using to record me now. That is where we have got cobalt, we have got blue diamond 2 and coltan. When you think of building computer vacuum tubes, you think of building ballistic missiles with blue diamond 2, all are coming from DR Congo. Let's even look, don't let us look at the mineral resources. Leave that aside, which is overwhelming. Let's go back to agricultural potential of the DR Congo. Look at the Congo Forest. After the amazing forest in Brazil, the DR Congo is the next richest tropical forest on earth. That is a fact and a certainty. If you look at the Inga Dam, INGA, we call the Inga Dam. If you want to understand what the Inga Dam is all about, go and read Professor Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's book, Africa Must Unite, page 195. You will see there that the Inga Dam is enough to create hydroelectric power for the whole of Africa. Okay?
Okay.
It is not now, in 2005, that you will go and sit down after Nkrumah had gone. After people even went and made sure Nkrumah never saw the light of day, because neocolonialism is the last stage of imperialism. I don't want to digress. Kwame Nkrumah told you, in the African personality concept, go to the African Studies Library at the University of Ghana and go and read Africa Must Unite, African personality concept. Hear what the Osagyefo was telling you about yourself. In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. Bob Marley will tell you, do not stifle Bob Marley. Don't let them look down that, oh, they are weed smoker. People are very stupid. They don't think. It is not about we, it's not about whatever. It's about what is since the Pharaoh's head. Bob Marley was an African prophet. In the footsteps of Marcus Mozambique, of which Nkrumah came off. Nkrumah told you, of all the books that he has ever read, it is the wise saying and the philosophy of Marcus Mozambique that has influenced him most. Right?
Right.
So, the issue at stake is, the issue Aztecs. The African is on the crossroads. We are on the crossroads, my sister, my daughter. Excuse me. Forgive me for my confusion as to who you are, whether sister or whatever. In any case, a mother is a sister is a mother. So good. Let me go on. The issue Aztecs. What we are looking at in terms of the African situation is we are suffering from neocolonialism. And Nkrumah told us neocolonialism is the last stage of imperialism. People came and enslaved you more than 2,000 years ago. And then before even the slavery came, who told you that you were nothing? At the time we had what we call the Neanderthals. The Neanderthals were white people who were walking like monkeys with fur on their bodies, sleeping on trees and hunting when the African was building the pyramids in Egypt and using the shaded irrigation to irrigate land. Even today, the richest man on earth, Elon Musk of Tesla, he is still at a loss as to how the pyramids in Egypt were built. Idiot. That is the iron white misunderstanding and their own confusion and stupidity. That is not part of us. Right?
Right.
So, they will always tell you, they will skew the truth and to tell you a wrong thing. When the pyramids of Egypt were being built, today, go to Egypt and go and look. Go to Egypt and look, ask for the Valley of Kings. That was where the pharaohs were buried. But then, do not look at those white people who are sitting down there in Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, calling themselves Arabs. Look, they were not the people who were responsible for that civilization. It was the Nubian civilization from the kingdom of Kush and Aksum, Lower and Upper Ethiopia. It was a black Nubian civilization. The Arabs came to Africa as invaders. That is a fact. Those white-faced people sitting up there know nothing about the pyramids. It doesn't belong to them. If you go to Rome, you've got what we call the obelisk. The obelisks are tall stones built up there more than 500 meters away with the inscription, African inscription. The black man was the first man to invent alphabets. We call it hieroglyphics. If you go to the British Museum, there's a stone there called the Rosetta Stone. The Rosetta. R-O-S-S-E-T-T-A. Rosetta Stone.
Rosetta Stone.
Yes. It's the first stone on which anybody with the knowledge of writing something had ever put something on. It's there in the British Museum. That is why we are now calling for looted African artifacts and art to be returned back to us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Cut it. Let's watch one.